Hey Hofstra fans, welcome to the WBB Mason Coaches Report. Kerri Schreiber, joined by head coach of the women's basketball team, Krista Kilburn-Steveskey. How are you doing today?
Doing well.
That's great. And now 2 wins and a loss since we last spoke last week. So what were your thoughts on the week?
It was a tough one in the Bronx. Certainly don't want to lighten that load. We wanted to come there and get that win. I think we didn't get better as a team on the court in some of our play, but I think we got better in some of our reactions and how we handled adversity and things that we know that we have to come together as a team. So I think that was a big lesson learned.
And then coming back for that second game, being at home again after dropping the home opener.
Yeah.
How was it? Did you have like a little bit of an extra boost to give to get that win against Fairfield?
Yeah, I think it is. Like again, I said I know that we don't want to repeat some ups and downs as last year, and so I think this learning curve in the beginning is important to develop that consistency. So, you know, you can't put a finger. You got to treat each game the same, and I think that's some of the learning curve of these guys. So they were, you know, just as motivated as they were for Central Connecticut. They were motivated at Fairfield, and the ball went in a little bit better. They kept their wits about them a little bit more, and you know, handled themselves a lot better, and we came out with the win, you know. And so in both ends of the floor, you know, we were disappointed how we kind of played defense a little more passive in Central Connecticut and just really weren't ourselves. So we've been picking that tempo back up, and I think that's carried through the last few games.
Then in the loss to Fordham, 3-pointers were tough for you guys. You were only 1 for 10 in those.
Right.
Was it the Rams' defense, or were you guys just not hitting those shots?
You know, it was definitely atmosphere, and you know, you got to give credit to their defense. I mean, certainly, you know, I think we played, you know, a decent first half. and you're shooting 33%, you're not going to win too many games. And then that stretch in the second half after the 18-20 mark, and you lose your wits a little bit there, and they stretch that margin, and then we fought to kind of cut back. So we weren't on all cylinders by any stretch, and we were searching to find opportunities to score and how to score, and weren't getting the ball where we wanted. We weren't executing offensively the way we wanted to do, and so then going so much out of not scoring, then it affects you on the other end of the floor and some transition Ds, and so just the whole night was not as we planned. So you have to give credit for the team that you played, and you have to find all these different ways to learn how we got in that situation, how do we handle ourselves better.
Then in the recent win against Norfolk State, you said after the game that Asia Jackson got her confidence
right
back.
Yeah.
What changed?
Big push for us in that, because that was it was her. I know she felt more comfortable on the floor, and I think she sees how much the team values what she brings to the table, and I think that and I had mentioned kind of getting her back from some of the previous injuries she had suffered in the season. And I think that it's taken her a little while to get her feet back, and I thought she definitely felt more comfortable and looked like she was enjoying herself more out there on the floor. And then along with Kelly Loftus kind of leading that charge, with that competitive spirit. I mean, she was fighting really hard, and I thought Alo had a great game too. So you got to couple that all together, and that really helps us win. I mean, we haven't got 4 players in double figures, and I think that is the key to our success, because we have depth, we have talented people that can do that. We have a pretty good team concept, and if we can get more production out of people, on that offensive end, we're gonna be in a lot of ball games.
Now, someone else, a freshman, Ashley Durant, she was named CAA Rookie of the Week, had great couple games.
Yeah.
How great is it to see that from a freshman, but also how do you keep her consistent?
Yeah, well, I mean, she's been keeping herself consistent. I think the first game, she commented how the physical play was, how she was falling short on some of her shots, and I think people kind of stepped up their game to put their best defender on her. I think she got that true test at Norfolk State, and I think she got a couple fouls early in that game that affected her. But that has been that button. She's a cerebral player. About understanding the game. Whether she's a freshman or not, she understands that part, and then tries to correct her mistakes, throughout the course of the game, and find those ways. So, she is only get better. She's human. She's going to have moments, when they're going to start keying on her. But this floor is going to open up. I mean, it's hard to key on her when you have Alo, and then you have Deanna Thomas-Parr coming in. You have Sid coming in, giving great minutes. And the list continues to start to go on. It's going to be very hard to stop us when everybody starts playing to the potential that they can play. And I think that's what this team feels. They know, and they know that on any given night, Sid needs to carry us, and then E does what he's doing. I mean, she's she's just, being solid. I mean, just solid, giving us that production. And, then you have all these other people that can come together, and you make it deadly. It makes that scouting report pretty deep for people, and it's making me really excited just talking about it.
Well, now coming up next, you guys host the Thanksgiving tournament right here at Hofstra.
Yeah.
How do you guys prepare for those back-to-back games?
Yeah, I mean, I think, these are kind of the verbiage I'll be using today is, this is how you win in the CA tournament. This is how you keep, grinding to get some type of postseason play, if we're lucky and keep working hard, But, this is the games you have to be prepared for. You got to play back-to-back, and so that'll be kind of the verbiage that I'll use. It'll be praying for some fans in there. It'll be a little desolate praying, though, because everybody's going to be full of turkey, and you're going to need to get out of the house, and you'll have cabin fever. So we need to, we need to do a big push this week to get everyone to come, because sometimes it's hard in this Black Friday too. So you do your shopping online, and you can come to the games, and you can Cyber Monday. There you go. So certainly we're trying to promote ourselves as well as we can. And at the end of the day, we just need to beat Northern Iowa to get to the next hit. They move well. They remind me, a lot of teams we face in our conference remind me of like William & Mary and Drexel combined, because they have a lot of sets, they run a lot of things, and they're very active. So it's going to be fun for our defense to kind of go up against them and get up somebody new.
All right, well, you mentioned turkey a little bit. So what's the team doing for Thanksgiving?
We're actually going to be down in Clark Street in Long Beach. So I've got a cumulative neighborhood effort. Certainly not my cooking. I'll add some of my favorites that the team likes. But so we're definitely having a gathering down there. Invited as many parents that were in town, anyone that is around, kind of a potluck type scenario. So very, very excited about it. I think it'll be nice. It's warm to have it in, into someone's home instead of going somewhere. And so we're gearing up. So I was in the neighborhood last night, getting everybody, arranged who's bringing what. So one of our neighborhood kids is turning 1, so she'll be there. She'll be the center of attention, and got a big cake for her. So it'll be fun. Good family affair.
That sounds like a lot of fun. So you got to work off all that turkey, stuffing, dessert. And what are the other keys besides that?
That's right.
Coming
Tryptophan, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, so we're gonna obviously practice, have a nice celebration with family and friends, and then, but it's a focus. It's a day before the game, so then we come and have a early shoot around the next day, and so it's just focusing again on us. I mean, we can't try to memorize everything that with back-to-back games everybody's doing. So we just kind of get our concepts and focus on us and get us flying on all cylinders and be focused and ready. I think that's what you're trying to get your teams to understand. Like, don't be like this. And bring your consistent effort every game. Bring your consistent, play hard and try harder every game, and then you'll beginning to get the results that you need. So, just a good team effort to help us win and to bounce back off a crazy Norfolk trip. By the way, too, you probably heard that we had planes, trains, and automobile woes. Yeah. So we got down there, got that win, and got back. So that was a good thing. That was a good thing, because that was a little shaky start with the travel plans. So but had a great team effort. And I just wanted to mention, obviously, I thought Jaquel did well, but Darius Falk was nice to have her on the court. So get her back here. So that's been good. It's a good addition.
All right. Well, head coach of the Hofstra women's basketball team, Krista Kilburn-Steveskey, thanks so much for the time.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
And you can tune into the WB Mason Coaches Report each and every Tuesday.